I was just thinking about, like, because I saw a thing recently where they actually were paying people in Tokyo to go on holiday.
Yeah.
And the reason why they were doing that was because they were like, well, at the end of the day, like, we need... There we go. You can actually... Like, they're basically paying people to go out and support businesses.
Yeah, like a stimulus like we had.
Yeah, but they were also saying, like, you know, if you're in Kyoto, we can't let you go to, like... They're basically saying only certain places go, certain places due to COVID, like...
Regional borders.
But what made me think of it was, like, because I've never really been outside the country before, but I found that, like, a lot of the places, particularly a lot of the places I went to, were very small business, and I really enjoyed a lot of these places. Like, I had a real fondness for these places, but I don't know why it worried me, but I got really scared to think that what happens if, like, a year of lack of tourism, like, changes the dynamic.
Small businesses are going to suffer, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely they are, but that's the same everywhere, like... there will be more, like, it'll be fine eventually, like... Oh my god, I am not doing this.
Like, I was thinking, like, if I was trying to think of, like, the smallest things that would go, I would say probably, like, things like maybe really tiny restaurants, little knick-knack stores, maybe, like, maid cafes and shit like that, that, like, might have a heavier suffering in terms of, like, tourism, but I know there are some places that are thriving purely on their online status as well, because they sell online. It just worried me to think that, because I've been to Japan, that's fucked. All the way back. That's so far. That's ridiculous. Delete the game. But yeah, I don't know. It was just... it was funny because I brought it up to Neek, and then Neek's so funny because she's so raw about... You've heard how Neek talks sometimes. Like, Neek's very raw when it comes to talking about things. Yeah. So, like, I'll be like, I'll say something, and she'll be like, that's fucking stupid. Like, she's pretty honest. Yeah. So, like, I brought it up to her, and I was like, I don't know if this is a weird thought or not, but do you think that, like, places around the world will change? And she's like, that's pretty fucking stupid. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, yeah, of course they will. And I'm like, yeah, but, like, do you think it's going to be bad for a lot of people? And she's like, I don't fucking know. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, maybe it was a dumb question.
No, I mean, yeah, this has changed a lot, but I feel like it won't change our experiences of Japan. Like, it will be different for people in Japan. Like, they'll be like, what the fuck? Like...
Yeah, I guess so. And I guess a lot of businesses still thrive off their actual population versus tourism. There are some places that literally, like when I was reading about the arcades there, and they were saying that the arcades weren't making as much. But then I was reading about it, and they said because it was due to COVID, but then they said they sold the arcades based on the fact that they were like, oh, we just want to sell the buildings. It wasn't really about... They couldn't pay the rent due to... That's bullshit. You should better go through it first.
Did you see that play, though? I was like...
Yeah, that was a good play. I did watch a thing the other night, which was very interesting, about technology. Because you know how the Super Nintendo actually did have a modem?
Yeah, it did?
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, it actually had a modem. And what it would do is the modem would allow you to play pachinko online.
Oh, fuck. What? Oh,
you could actually play pachinko and do your lottery and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can still get it. It doesn't work, obviously, but it mounts to the bottom of your Super Nintendo. There's a slot on the bottom of the... It's on all Super Nintendos. But it was only ever really in Japan that the modem was a thing.
Yeah, okay.
And... The other thing, too, was the modem allowed you to download special versions of games.
Right, okay.
There's actually... It's only a couple years ago, I don't know what year, but there was a special version of Legend of Zelda going around.
Right, okay.
Where they did this sort of like... I guess it was like a contest where instead of playing Legend of Zelda... what's the one on Link's Awakening? Instead of playing it as a full game, what you would do is you would play it episodically.
Right.
So you'd play an episode, and then once you finish it, you keep your save, and then you delete the game, and then next month, Nintendo would upload a new one, and you download that version.
Oh.
Yeah, and so they did that, and it was like an episodic Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, okay.
And there was a number of differences compared to the cartridge version, so that's why people played it. And yeah, they had online, and I think only someone recently found the ROM dump, because the ROMs, unless you saved them on your console, would disappear.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, unless you kept the ROM, you'd never be able to keep the game. So, it's not like Nintendo was going to ever hand that out.
No.
But yeah, they've kind of always had internet. It's weird when they choose to use internet.
Yeah, that is weird.
Because, yeah, it was very popular in Japan. And then, so I was watching this documentary the other night. Oh, what? It's not a doc. Well, I mean, he's a YouTuber, but he does really good, like...
He makes documentaries.
He does really good stuff, especially on Commodores.
Oh, okay.
He's called the 8-Bit Guy. He's really good at talking, like, old stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And he was talking about the Commodore 64 and, like, the Commodore, what are they called? The Commodore PET. And it's like a pet computer. It's basically looks like the computer from Fallout.
Yeah, okay.
You know, those computers where they're a monitor and a computer stuck together sort of thing. And he was talking about how, like, the technology advancement, because obviously you could only press so many keys at a time.
Yeah.
And apparently during that time, straight after, like, the PET, when it started to go in the Commodore 64, it had already had a modem in it. And the modem allowed you to go to chat rooms. And the chat rooms you could actually make avatars for.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I was like watching this footage that he had, and I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, and so like the footage was him walking into a chat room, and there was like a bunch of different like people dressed up as animals, like a furry convention thing.
Yeah.
And they were all chatting to each other.
Right.
And I was like, this was on the Commodore?
What?
Yeah. Like, it almost felt like a ruse.
Yeah,
Because part of me was like, this is
not
real.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's no way that this technology was this advanced back then, but apparently it was.
Yeah,
So they, it was, so he's entering a room and it's gone, bloop, 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 bloop. And then you see the text go, hi, how's it going? Yeah, good, how are you? And I'm like, that's fucking primitive.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind. Blew my mind that it could be that old, that we had the tech.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so whenever you think that, technology's come that far, we probably had it a lot earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should have I'll send you the thing. It's really interesting when you see, like, him talk about these chat rooms.
Yeah.
And you see, like, visually what
Yeah,
they
visually
look like.
what they look like.
And they look so bad. Good one, Clem. Way to nail that.
That was horse shit. Why is this so... Yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
No, that we got...
Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah.
I thought we got game over.
No, I got, like, more.
Freaked
I
out.
told you. Fucking... I was trying not to stand in the middle, because I was like, oh, is he gonna, like... fucking go? Oh, well, there you go.
There you go, you're gonna shit. Yep, we had to watch that happen. Yoshi got pooed. And look at his eyes.
His eyes are like, I've seen some shit.
Yeah, you know that's what they meant
Yeah.
when he did that. If you're doing it, do it earlier.
5 hours
There
later.
we go. Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
why can't you get it?
5 hours later. I love it. Do you reckon that?
Monkey bastard.
Do you reckon they knew that SpongeBob was gonna be a hive mind for memes?
I don't think that's what hive mind means, but
I've actually got a game coming in the mail that we're gonna play. That we're finally gonna finish.
oh no, we've never finished anything.
No, technically, if we do this, this will be the first game we finish.
Oh shit, I'm scared.
Ever.
What? yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm worried. What? Oh, what the?
Do you want to know what the game is?
Kind of.
Oh, I only have to
Oh,
say,
I don't know.
I only
I
have
think
to
it's-
say one word and you'll know what it is.
In that case, when is it coming?
Oh.
When am I
I
coming?
mean, I don't know. It might be like a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
depending.
okay. I'm kind of interested.
Do you want to know the word? The moment I say the word, you'll know what it is.
See, I don't know if I want to know, because I think it'll be funny if I don't know, and then I'm like, oh, you know,
The
like...
thing is, though, like, when I get the game, I'm going to have to play up to the part we're at.
Oh,
Because
fuck,
we
okay.
played it, that's how old this game is. We played it on the computer, so I can't get the save file.
Oh, shit.
So I'm going to have to play it up to the point we did in our Let's Play, so we can continue to play it. I'll say this much, it's not Tombi.
No,
Because I can't afford that. Like, I really cannot afford. I'm trying to find a way to burn it to a CD because obviously that's highly legal.
Yeah.
So
Did I hear you right? Did I hear you saying that you're gonna make a copy of a game without paying? Come on, guys. I thought you knew better. Don't copy that floppy.